Welcome back, everyone. A new critically acclaimed film is hitting theaters this weekend. One Battle After Another is already generating Oscar buzz. And about half of that movie was shot right here in El Paso. And perhaps more importantly, the film features several local actors. I spoke to one of them who shares screen time with Oscar winners Leo DiCaprio and Benicio del Toro.
So my name is Gilberto Martinez Jr. I'm an El Paso native, born and raised here in El Paso. I got casted for a Paul Thomas Anderson film. It's one of those experiences that it's just unbelievable. One of my favorite directors, and I'm a skateboarder in the movie. Skateboarding Vato is what I'm called. Our part in the movie is we are Sensei's neighborhood watch. Us four skateboarders from El Paso help Sensei out in whatever he needs, and we help pretty much Bob escape. You did have to call them by their set names so you stay in character, and you wanted to meet them as they were in character. So it was kind of like trying not to see them as these big stars, you know, Fear and Loathing, you know, Titanic, like all these things that you grow up watching, to like, okay, this is another guy that is famous. But what grounded me and grounded the crew was that like we became their bros, you know, like we were like giving fist pumps, and it's like, okay, like these guys are just like us. And it was very much so like skateboarding, like when you're out filming with your friends and you get the shot and Paul would be like, yo, come on guys, check this out, like let's all, and then you would watch it together and like give high fives. So it wasn't like this very like, don't look at that guy, like don't talk to this guy. It was very much like a communal thing that I'm very used to. I'm used to being in front of the camera trying to land these tricks, and you know, you're filming all day. So it was nerve-wracking that it was on film. I think that was maybe what was the bigger thing. It's like this camera that's in front of you, and like, you know, but you gotta show up, right? You gotta take it serious, take your part serious, show them that you're gonna be there on time, you're gonna be there when they need you. So it was one of those of like when I'd get home at night, I'd be like, okay, that was insane. Like it was, those are the guys, right?
Yeah. All right, so Jessica, on a movie this size, like I was lucky enough to see it at a special screening they had a couple of weeks ago. This is a $150 million major studio movie, right? So when you have scenes with Oscar winners, movies like that, typically they'll bring in what are called day players. Professional actors, they'll fly them in for a couple of days. They almost never use local hires on a movie that big. And there are a lot of local hires in this movie. There's a lot of El Pasoans who are with Leo, who are with Benicio.
And you know, when they were here, it was obviously the talk of the town, the fact that those types of Hollywood names would be in El Paso. I mean, El Paso's been in movies before, but I think this is such a big deal. Yeah,
and what was said very clearly about the director, who was a remarkable director, Paul Thomas Anderson, it said that he came here, was expecting to shoot about, you know, maybe 4 days in El Paso, but loved it so much, they kept expanding the shoot. You know, they were here almost 3 weeks shooting. And I was talking to Gil there about how he was on set, you know, almost the entire 2 weeks. All of it around downtown El Paso. They kind of created some riot scenes, and he's such a great skateboarder that in his crew, it worked out perfectly. So they're a big part of the movie. It's so really cool. Great.
The shops downtown, we were talking about that earlier, and just signature shops that if you're from El Paso, you know, you'll recognize them in the movie. For sure. There's a premiere happening tonight?
Yeah, so they're doing it tonight at the Premier Cinemas at Bassett. There was a screening on IMAX, because this is on IMAX. It's a beautiful, El Paso looks amazing on the big screen. So there was a 5 o'clock screening. Lots of people were out there, but they're going to be doing that all night tonight at the Premier Cinemas. There's some props there. Some people that were in the movie are going to be there, along with some cool memorabilia from the film.
Well, I can't wait to see it. So
I give it 2 thumbs up.
All right.